Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network. This is Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer. If it's a car, motorcycle, boat, or anything else with an engine in San Diego, it's on Racer Radio. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl.
All right, folks, I'm Dave.
And I'm Michele.
And this is FM 96.1 in North County, AM 1170 in San Diego. We are
The Answer.
Folks, hey, welcome back. You are listening to Racer Radio. You can hear us at FM 96.1 in North County, AM 1170 in San Diego, iHeart all over the world, as well as our KCBQ app, which also gets it all over the world. We are
The Answer.
All right, well, Dirt Dude, how did it go last night? I understand you had tractor race or lawnmower races last night, or no?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Those things are pretty cool. I mean, if you've never seen one run before.
I missed out.
Are you
I'm
getting
dying
one?
For this stuff. I love it.
Come on, you're getting one.
I actually would. I mean, they're pretty inexpensive. I talked to one of the guys, and he's like, yeah, for one of these, I think they called them a super mod mower.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you can get about $3,000 in one of these and have a good competitive little cart. And I was like, okay.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
So if you spend $4,000, you're going to win every race.
That's right.
Well, they had the one that showed up was like their unlimited one, and I didn't ask how much I had in it. And he goes, well, yeah, that's a little more expensive. And he was out in the hot lap session and just hand grenade motor.
Oh, did he really?
Oh God, yeah! I was like, "Oh man, that's a son of money just dropping on the ground right there."
Parts and pieces everywhere. Oh,
up
no.
in flames.
Yeah.
So
it was great. There's video of it on the web, and our track photographer, Lee Big, has great pictures of it on Facebook. So they're really cool to see them. I mean, they have to have a factory cowl on them and a factory somewhat of the original frame.
Mm-hmm.
And they run the twin motor, what's their normal, like an 18-horse twin.
Right.
All right. And then they get them to like 50, 60 horsepower.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They're just crazy.
No blades.
Really...
By the way, no blades. They don't have any lawnmower blades.
No, the deck is. I mean, it's just the deck looking of the deck of the lawnmower, but there's nothing underneath because they want them so low. I mean, they were like running go-kart tires and rims,
sure.
and actually go-kart brakes, like disc brakes on them.
Yeah.
And
you have to. They're so stupid fast.
They said they could probably get up to about 50 or 60. On our track. Our track was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, do they have seat belts? I don't think so.
Nope. They were like a big tub, like a big go-kart tub.
Yeah. And if you come out of it,
they just had so much torque, and they just they sounded like a twin Harley, like an open pipe twin Harley. It was pretty cool. Almost like because that thing got a half a V8 in it. It was just mean. So yeah, they were a lot of fun. Going through what happened for the whole night. Try and go through the quick summary of it. I want to wish Judy Salazar a happy birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow will be her birthday.
29 years old. How cute.
I embarrassed her last night in front of everybody. I made him say happy birthday to Judy. And she was like,
yeah. So who's the new announcer?
Yeah, it's going to be you.
Well, I won't wish her a happy birthday, that's for sure.
The job's open for anyone that wants to try and take it over.
You're not going nowhere.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You're not. No one's going to be able to fill your shoes, so don't even go there.
Just forget
it.
Well,
I got to thank Brittany, my go-to person. She texted me some notes on, hey, can you cover some stuff, that we need to cover for.
Are you talking about your secretary? Are you talking about your secretary?
My personal assistant that is, the best in the world.
Yep.
Brittany, thank you so much. She told me to remind everybody that our race cars are going to be on Orange Avenue this Wednesday night for the El Cajon Classic Car Night.
Oh,
so
okay.
We are featuring Barona race cars, the Barona race cars on Orange Avenue, El Cajon Classic Car Night this Wednesday.
Sweet.
And if we get a lot of people showing up and it's a great turnout, they're thinking about having us come out like they do in the El Cajon the Cajon night.
Oh, yeah.
Cajon night.
Sure.
They would actually do a Barona race night for all for everyone.
Yeah, hello.
Well, be there or be square, as the old
Yeah.
saying goes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, how long have we been racing now? And we're still racing. We only get like one of the streets. We don't get a feature like Cajon does. But hey, I guess we're not as popular as Cajon ever was in its life. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, but you're here and Cajon is not, so they need to throw some love at
That's
you.
the thing. Yeah, you got to support what's still here, so
Yep.
it still stays here.
And how many Cajon racers run at Barona? Old Cajon racers have no place to go. I mean, it's almost like a baby Cajon.
Yeah, I mean, it's dirt. I mean, I like dirt more better than asphalt.
I know.
That's what I grew up on was dirt. So I'm a dirt kid, not an asphalt kid.
So you're under the impression asphalt's for getting to the racetrack.
Yes, yeah.
Just check.
I like to drive up there on the asphalt, but I like to watch the racing on dirt.
There you go. All right. So
last night we had over 100 cars show up. It was a good night for a fan count. Over 400 fans. It wasn't that great.
Dude, do you know how many concerts? Do you know how many concerts were on last night?
No, I only knew the one was the Eagles.
Well, you had the Eagles. You had
Beyonce was up at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, but then what's that? What's it? No, the Country Western Junior.
Oh, Hank Jr.
Hank Jr. was there.
He was down at Viejas.
He's at Viejas, and I think there was like 2 or 3 big major concerts. So if you pulled that kind of numbers, that's good.
Right. And
I know, and then Paris is running sprint cars last night, so I mean, a true dirt car fan is going to go watch. Sprint cars run. But if you're local, you come support your local track. So I figured 4 was a good night. But we're starting to get down to the end of it. 2 more races left in the season. Figure 8 races coming up next, and it's still looking good. And then our last race of the season, we're going to be featuring California Lightning Sprints come back. And the mowers, the mod mowers had so much fun last night, and they did such a good job. We're bringing them back. They said that they can guarantee 10 to 15 mowers showing up for a featured main event. So we're going to have them back on our last race of the season, too, with California Lightning Sprints.
Sweet. That's excellent.
So, yeah.
Wow, I can't believe there's only 2 left.
I know. The season went by, and then then it's going to be like 3 or 4 months of watching nothing, watching my grass grow, and then waiting for it to start over again.
Well, do they rent the track when it's off season like that?
I'm sure the track is open for anything. If you had an off-road truck or a sprint car or something like that, they would rent the track for the day. I know that they actually. Last year, I think they leased it out or rented it out on a Saturday to a motorcycle club that came up, and they did speedway bikes and quads and stuff like that. I know it's open and available.
Well, San Diego Oval Karting or whatever that Oval Karting guys, they're always looking for a place to run, and they run on dirt.
They've been running up in that Campo area, and then they also run at Paris, and they run at that City of Industry track, too.
But I bet you they would love to run Barona.
Yeah, because I talked to the SoCal mowers last night, and they loved it. They're like, yeah, as much as we can come here, we will come here. So,
how many mowers? How many mowers do they have?
We had 4 last night.
Okay.
And then a couple of them broke, so it was 2 for the main event at the end.
Yeah.
And it was back and forth. And like I said, it was 2 carts, but it was a good show for 2 carts.
Yeah.
If they can actually bring 10 to 15 and really put on a show of carts, it would be really good.
I think there's that many of them in the area. I just think probably last night for them was testing the water just to see how it went. So I bet you any amount of money when the next group comes in, I mean, the next time you guys have them there, you'll have a lot more cars or a lot more mowers.
Yeah. I'm sure we will, and then a lot more people will be interested in it too, because then that word gets out. There's some people, but like I said, there's so much going on. With the fans, you don't pull the fans in. But if it's a night you have like a good doubleheader, like sprint cars and mowers, you'll get people to come, especially for the last race of the season. It should be. I'm hoping we'll get anywhere like 800 would be nice to end the season with on a strong note.
And if you want to see the the footage, just go to the Barona Speedway page on Facebook.
Is there some on there?
I think so. I'm looking at it right now to try to see if it's there. But yeah, there is some footage from last night. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Actually, the rest of the night went well. We had our Dash for Cash, like to thank Express Pipe and Supply. They kicked in $100 for our Dash for Cash, and the 36 Bill Miller won $100. And on to the main event for IMC Modifieds. That was a modified that did the Dash for Cash. Royce Henry got his 6th main event win, and Bill Miller came in second. Into our pro and stock ponies, Shane Sexton got his 5th main event win of the season. That ties him with the Russell Staley with 5 main event wins. There's a lot of good ties that were broken last night.
Wow.
That was in the stock ponies. The 11 Dennis Taylor, and a pro pony got his 12th main event win last night. Our lawnmowers, Luke Paps was the one that beat his dad, Gary Paps. Gary Paps used to run modified at our track, and he's been running these mowers, and his family's all into it. So the Paps were there with their mowers, and then Wesley Crabtree from the Karting Association was there with his mower, and that's the one that hand grenaded hard. I felt bad for that one. Our pure stock was actually one of the best races of the night. Good battle between all the top 5. And then Rick Schnerger got the main event win, but going to post-race tech, had low vacuum and was DQ'd for not meeting the vacuum standard that we have in our pure stocks. Bummer. So Christopher Evans got a main event win by default, and then Dale Irwin and Jason Aldridge, and the double out Rick, I said, that's how they were right there. It was back and forth. So dwarf cars, great night for dwarf cars. Those guys are fast. John Isabella checked out in front, and 91 Ryan O'Connor was trying to stay there. John Isabella broke the tie between Ryan O'Connor and John Isabella. They had 3 main event wins each last night. Jason Isabella got his 4th main event win, so now Ryan O'Connor's at 3 main event wins. Brittany held her own last night. She did very well, and she finished 7th.
All right.
So good fast track, and she managed to stay in the group there. Onto our super stocks, Billy Baldwin held off Mike Lurwell for a main event win on the supers, and the supers will be coming back a couple times this year. Street stocks, David Capella got his 6th main event win last night, and he was tied with 5 main event wins for the 28 Brian Brown. They both had 5 main event wins each, so Dave Capella now has 6 main event wins to the 5 of that main event win for Brian Brown.
All right. Well, hey, Budsky, you kind of ran over the time limit. I'm going to have to cut you loose because we've got a commercial coming up. So people could go to baronaspeedway.com, baronaspeedway.com to get all the information that you weren't able to squeeze in, right?
Yep. That'll work. I know. We went long.
I know, but that's okay. You come on down sometime. We'll give you more time.
Off season?
Yeah, you got no excuse.
Come on down.
No matter what your wife says.
And bring somebody with you. He doesn't have a wife.
Oh, he doesn't have a wife?
I don't think so. I've checked.
Oh, you checked. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, as long as you got cookies, I'll show up.
Grab your wallet. All right, buddy. That's baronaspeedway.com, baronaspeedway.
With Dirt Dude.
.com with Dirt Dude. Thanks, buddy. All right.
We lost him.
Yeah, we did. We whacked him.
I scared him off.
Yes, you did. FM 96.1, North County, AM1170, San Diego, The Answer.
Happy trails.
Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones.
Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network.